Hello everyone and welcome to FQ Racing League round 10. Here we are for Division 1. We are at Hungaroring. Missing AJ tonight. Unfortunately he's not very well, so I've stepped in to do league commentary, and Lance has stepped aside as a reserve. Join me for co-coms. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad. No, I'm excited for this one. Hungary was good in Div 2, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the Div 1 lads are going to do. They're obviously going to be a step above, but
Exactly.
it's going to be an exciting. It's always good racing around Hungary.
Yeah, I do love the track. Don't know how you feel about it. You a big fan of it?
It's somewhere where I'm comfortable, so I'm kind of interested. I know some people love it and some people hate it. It's a bit of a Marmite track, so it'll be interesting to see what people do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looks like quali's going to be dry throughout, at least from what I'm seeing right now. Nice sun.
Interesting.
So, hello in the chat, Kaz, Harrison, Dablo. Who else have we got? Monster Mods, Gearbo, Kodak as well. Welcome in,
Yeah, the
guys, and
usual.
Jerome. Yeah, usual crowd, exactly. Let me just
Absolutely.
sort a couple of settings out. Hey, Skip. Welcome in the chat as
Hello,
well.
Skip.
Yeah, Lance's dulcet Irish tones, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gone from Crane to yourself. He's got
It'll be
dulcet
interesting to
Irish tones
see.
as well. Yep, go on,
Well,
sorry.
exactly. It'll be interesting to see what the race is showing. We haven't had any drivers from the grid just yet, so we'll be waiting for someone, probably Dablo, to
A
pop in and
weatherman in it.
update us.
Yeah, Dablo the
Exactly.
weatherman. Hey, Kodak,
Indeed.
welcome in. But yeah, hope you feel better soon, Skip.
Yes.
You were missed
So we've
on
got our
track
first
today.
car popping out.
We have, yep.
Some Mark, I
See,
believe. That's
yep,
Jerome.
Mr. Hudson. I'll give him his. I'll do a Jerome Hudson, like a performance
Yeah.
monkey. Yeah, we've got 50 leaving the pits as well. So I'll turn the tyres off. I think we'll sort out. I'll let you know who I'm on board with on stream and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Um, just trying to. I don't think we got any new faces. It's good to see Winther back on track. So he's dropped down to reserve because wasn't really enjoying the game that much anymore. So he's
Time
jumped in.
constraints and stuff.
Yeah. We're missing a couple of people tonight. So Simo couldn't make it. So Winther's steps in the Mercedes seat as Jerome's
That's
teammate.
perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he has. He's probably around the same pace. Simo and Winther, I've seen them racing before. They're pretty much dead on each other.
Exactly. Yep.
I know Winther stepped away for a bit, but I'm sure he's probably probably no issue hitting the ground running with him.
Precisely. Hey, Ethan. Is that Rosa Ethan or a different Ethan?
Believe that's Rosa.
Yeah.
Think
Rosa.
the second name would line up.
Yeah, true. Never
Here
know
we
though.
go. Jerome starting the lap now, so
Yeah, we'll go on board with Jerome Hudson.
I
Get out of the way, Ali.
Ali.
Yep. Just going to turn off some of the telemetry.
No worries. I have it up
For
anyway,
now.
so I can keep you up with any updates.
Yep. He'll be the first one. So I don't know if you want to talk us through.
Are you on board with them? Or?
I am on board with yes.
Perfect.
On board with Jerome. Yep.
Decent enough for a sector 27.7. He's keeping it nice within the lines there. It's easy to invalidate at the top of the hill there. Coming into the chicane now, we'll see what he can manage. Nice and clean. Bit of a kick, but in between the right or left-right section now.
Ooh.
Bit wide, but seems all right so far. There's yellows at the start of the lap, but I think that's just people backing off.
Yeah.
On the brakes now. Not too bad. Bit of an oversteer moment, but he's putting the power down now. Around the last corner.
Doesn't
Looks like a clean lap. It's an alright banker, I'd say.
Yeah, it's okay. Lap. I mean,
16.9. That's relatively okay.
seemed a bit unsteady for him though. Struggled
Yeah.
after the chicane a bit. The next two
Bit
corners.
of rear end
But
instability, I think.
yeah. As let me just put the telem back on. As 50. It's not his
2 tenths
debut, Ethan, but yeah, it's good to see him racing again though. I think it's finally poised. Obviously, Fritzl's had a brilliant debut. I think it was Las Vegas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's,
Joe, 1.2 seconds up on the rest of the field. Sammy with 3 tenths down on that, but that
Yep.
is an impressive statement
It
to
is.
start out the
Absolutely.
laps around here.
Yep, Just
I
trying
think
to...
Dodo's starting a lap now.
Yeah, I think we'll go on board with Dodo then.
Absolutely, into the first corner here, down to third. He didn't take second here there, and he was a bit wide of the apex. But I'm sure he knows a lot more than me. But coming down now to the second turn, it was slightly impeded, but the car got out of the way. He has a car in front of him, but they seem to be parting so far. Let's see what he is in the first sector.
Yep.
27.2. That's
Good of the
not
McLaren.
too bad.
Getting out of the way. Yep.
Absolutely. And oh, bit of a kick.
Whew.
Coming towards the chicane now. Not too bad.
Whoa.
Car's nice and stable. He's onto the concrete there. Just shows you these Div 1 guys, they know exactly where is okay and where is not. They're using the AstroTurf on the outside there. Into the right. Just on the edge of track limits. An impressive display. Just using a lot of that inside, and he kind of compromised his exit there. We'll see what he can do. It's amazing how he can get that car slowed down. Into the last corner now. Hogging the barrier and then letting it run out the outside. What's it going to be for Dodo?
Oh, still fastest.
15.3.
Wow, very nice.
Astonishing. Half a second up, and I'm sure there's time in there because he missed the apex on that first corner.
Yep.
So I'm sure there's at least 2/10 he can find there.
We
That's very impressive.
impressed with Mew as well. Up P3 right now. Mew,
Absolutely.
Stevie's P6 as well. I think
Mew-
he'll be very pleased with that. Go on, mate.
He's matching Joe, who's won a couple of races, hasn't he? I'm sure he
Yep.
has.
Yep.
Fair play to him. Yeah, that's a very, very good statement.
Yeah, we were going to get into this, but yeah, finally poised this race. We got Joe, Dodo, G Ninja, Freak Sauce. I was speaking of earlier. He really impressed on his debut, and I think he'll be up there.
Absolutely.
Currently
G Ninja
P8
there
though.
with 2/10 off a Dodo.
Yeah,
That's fairly quick now.
it is. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of people that could be poised for pole here, so it's going to be an interesting dynamic going into the second round of laps.
Just under 12 minutes left. Just on board with Sammy. I'm going to see if he's improves on sector 2.
Absolutely.
Do love that livery.
3/10 up, to be fair to him. 3.5 actually.
Yeah. Well,
Puts
that
it into the
potentially
right
P3
hand.
then.
Absolutely.
If he has a good final
hogs
sector
it
there.
a bit tight
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Nice wide entry. I'm not sure he meant to do that, but we'll see what he can manage here.
Oh, moves up a place.
Missed a couple of tenths in that last sector, so I'm sure he'll be looking to find those in his last lap.
Yep, I'm just on board with Jerome. Oh, no, he's messed up his first sector, sorry. He was slightly up, but let's see who else.
I have to say, I'm very impressed with Stevie. He's 16.2. Just 2/10 off of Extinct. You know, he's in the talking zone, really, of notable Sammy and those crew if he can get a decent second lap.
Absolutely, and it's good to see Ardaz back on track as well. He's unfortunately not been able to make a few races, so he's back in McLaren today. Got Rob. We'll go on board with Rob, I think. Oh, he's slightly down. Never mind.
No.
I think. Let's see.
I think he's in an in-lap, actually, because he's just set a lap.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. Okay, I'll go on board with Dablo. See, he's just on sector 1. Oh, no, he's coasting, I think.
Yeah, he's down on ERS, so I think he's just finished his lap as well. I think this is the time where most people are either coming in or coming out.
Yeah.
There's quite a few quick people on an out lap now. There's Gibbo and Winther. And
I think we'll see Gibbo, shall we?
People.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, he is on an out lap, but I think I'll stay on board with him because I think P13 nowhere near what he's capable of. So
absolutely, I'm sure he's just kind of getting in that banker.
Yep.
And we'll see.
A banker for a thorough nice bloke.
Oh dear.
Yeah, oh dear. And he's about to start.
We'll see what he can manage.
We'll stay on
towards the
board.
first corner. Braking just before the 100 board here. He braked a slight bit late, a big kick. I'm not sure if he'll stay in it here. He has, but that will definitely compromise him time-wise. Heading down to the second corner now. Let's hope he can tame those rear instability issues. Coming through the left-hander into the flat open right. He's kept it in it. Fair play to him. That is Let's see how much he's lost here. He's not too far down. He's only a tenth down. So if he can keep with it, he might be in for a quite competitive lap.
He's
backed off.
abandoned. I
think he
don't
might
feel
have
that
felt
car
he-
impeded.
I don't
really.
think so either, but he might have felt he did.
Yeah.
It was probably Dodo, I think, on his outlap. I thought it was a Williams. But I'm not sure. Yeah, it was Dodo.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but from point of view, Rexler moves up to P3. Yeah, I think from the point of view we had on stream, I don't believe Dodo impeded him really.
It didn't seem like it, but
It can still be off-putting, can't it?
Absolutely.
Even though it's not a direct impediment, it's.
As Winther gets a real bad kick there, and I think that's kind of messed up his lap. He might pop in. Yeah, he's popping in for
he's
a
abandoned.
new set of tyres.
Yep. And I think Gibbo will go for another run now. His ERS is built back up, so I think
Hopefully he has the fuel for it.
Yeah.
See how he gets on.
Yep. It's got some traffic up ahead, but
hopefully, I think it's Dodo on a lap, so he shouldn't have much of an issue. But he's gone completely wide. I think it's gotten to his head. I know how it feels. That, once you've invalidated or kind of been held up one lap and you go for another, it's kind of gone at that point.
Yeah, the Div 2 race for me, I kept impeding and just messed with my head amongst other things. But
it does.
It does. Yeah.
But hopefully, that's an interesting lap there by Rexler.
Impressive from Freetsource as well. Moves up to P6. Yep.
3/10 off of pole for Rexler, or 4/10, sorry. Mew, I don't know if he's improved or not, but still looking very good. He did improve. Absolutely. He's 3/10 off of Dodo. That's a really, really impressive.
Yeah, those Alfa Romeos.
Position.
P3, P4. I'm surprised Joe's currently sat P5.
Absolutely. I think he's just come in, actually. So
he has,
I don't think he improved on that second lap. He might be looking to find some time in that last lap.
I'm on board with Gene Ninja on stream. He's 2.5 tenths up. As Dodo into the 114s.
That's astonishing. That is
a mad lap. Goodness me. Gene Ninja's going to improve, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Nope. Stays P2.
Dodo, of course, our championship leader, so it'll be an interesting whether he'll be able to extend that. Now, looking at the times, it looks like he might, but G Ninja is only 3/10 off of him now, so I'm sure there'll be no issue.
Sorry, on stream, I caught Freetsource coming into the pits, caught the curb, he almost spun in the pits. Just checking on board with Sammy, crossing the line. Does he improve? Nope. Stays...
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, he does, sorry. Yeah, I was reading the top right. Yeah, P3.
Really competitive. He's still 6/10 shy of Dodo, but I think he's top of the pops in that mid pack there.
Absolutely.
He's just clear of those, because there's a lot of cars between kind of 3rd and about 9th in that kind of 3/10 area. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out going into the last runs. Because I think everyone has time now to make a last run, dive into the pits, get a new set of boots on.
Absolutely, yep. Dodo comes into the pits, so just got 5.5 minutes left of the session.
Both Mercedes struggling here, which is quite interesting. Winther's down in the 17 zeros. It's quite surprising for him because he's quite a quick driver.
He is, but yeah, he's spent time away from the game though, isn't it? I think it's just a bit of rust set in.
It suits some people. Some people benefit from time off of the game, and some people don't. I'm one of these people that once I take a break, I seem to get faster when I come back. But
you swine. I can't swear really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just call you a swine.
That's rude.
It's rude that you can just come back after a break and be rapid, but
absolutely. I think there's an Alpine coming through the last sector now. I think it's Rob. Looks like he's on a lap.
Yep. He's 2 Alpines are struggling.
Oh, he's coming.
He's abandoned.
I think this is the time where everyone's diving in for their last attempt here.
Absolutely, yep.
Cornish Mantis is on a lap.
He is. I'm on board with him on the stream.
I think he was 1.1 seconds up. I could be wrong.
Well, I'll stay on board.
Chicane.
Whoa!
Oh, big slide there coming out of it. I think he just took too much of the left-hand curb and that's now put him off because it's a very kind of single line last sector. You need to have kind of a good entry on all the corners, or it does mess you up. We're into the last sector now. Let's see how he manages.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised how far down he is. Currently P17.
He's struggling with stability issues. He's going to come in and probably just get a new set of boots, and hopefully
Yep.
he can find his way up on that last lap.
I'm
Red
just
Bull crossing the line at the start of lap. That's Stevie.
Yep, on board with Gibbo on stream. He's slightly up, a tenth up.
10th up, but I think he backed out on his last run.
Oh yeah,
there
he's
you go, 4 tenths up.
4 tenths. Yep. So
That should bring him into the talking range of the top of the mid pack.
yeah,
Be interesting to see.
might pip Stevie potentially if he's got a really good sector 3. Comes through the final corner. Is he
Gibbo,
gonna?
obviously last week's podium sitter, so it'll be interesting to see. Only P9.
Still,
it's 7 tenths improvement.
Yeah, still not bad, I suppose.
Absolutely. Now, I don't think he'll be able to get a new set of boots on and come out in time.
Yep.
Unfortunately, so I think he'll be might be pushed down by some of those fellas that are lower down with laps in hand.
Yep. And I'm on board
Stevie
with
on his
Stevie.
lap.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
on board on stream with him. So
I didn't see how he's performing time-wise, but coming into the
He's
last
slightly
sector
up.
now.
just under a
Slightly
tenth up in the middle
Interesting.
sector.
Seems like a clean last sector. He's hogging that inside line on the final, letting it run out to the outside. What can he do?
Pips
Just a
hard
slight
as.
improvement, but
Yep.
does slip, slip just between those two McLarens, which is not too bad.
Yep.
A lot of people on outlaps now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think. One to watch. Let's
Joe's
see.
on a lap now.
Joe's on a lap. Yeah, we'll go on board with Joe.
Whoa. Lots of commitment there coming through that. 2 tenths up only. He might have time in this last sector if he made mistakes on his other 2 attempts. There is an AlphaTauri. I'm not sure if he felt he impeded them there.
It's one of those where it happened. I
You
think
know, there's
it.
nowhere to go, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
still
2
moved
tenths
up.
Not too bad, yeah. He's
I think
jumped
he'll be
Sammy
alright
there.
with that. Honestly.
Absolutely.
I d-
Sammy himself was only just coming onto a lap. It was Sammy that actually was in front of him there through that last sector.
Yeah, just soon past. I'm on board with Sammy now on stream.
Bit of a wheel spin exit there, but we'll see what he can manage. Seems to be a bit unstable on the corner exits there, but we'll see what he can manage.
Yep.
He's just marginally up.
Ever so
Lots apparently
slightly,
coming
yeah.
through that left kink there now. That was in
James Bond, that
Oh,
was.
right.
007.
absolutely. You know?
Yep. The French James Bond, Sammy is.
Absolutely. Even though he claims he's Joe in chat. We'll see if that's true. Coming through the second sector now, what can he manage? 10th up. This will get him in front of Joe. Can he keep it through the last sector? There's a car coming through that second last hairpin. It's a McLaren. He might get a bit of a toe off it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, could well do. Yep. Very smooth.
Absolutely.
Watching Sammy there. Oh, P2.
Oh,
Wow.
P2, absolutely. Fair play to him. That was quite a committed lap. Dodo's invalidated. That's big. He doesn't have anything to defend now from anyone that has the opportunity to...
Oh, G Ninja's up. Sorry to cut you off, mate. G Ninja's 2.5 tenths up.
I think he could be the contender now to take this from Dodo, with Dodo not being able to defend now. This is going to be big. This is the lap.
Yep.
Clipped those chicanes perfectly. Did a bit of a dirty tyre on that right-hand side, but he's kept it.
He's very
Let's see
close
what
to
time.
invalidating, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
Oh.
So committed from these guys. Not what he needs. He's only marginally up. He'll jump his teammate, but I don't think he's going to get Dodo here.
He had
Unless
a
he
bad
has
middle
time in this
sector.
last sector.
Yep.
What can he manage? In fourth, an interesting gear to be in there. Usually people go third for rotation. He's jumped his teammate, but
He has.
does not have Dodo's pace here.
And Joe's slightly up. Oh yeah, in fact, it's just under
and validated
3 tenths.
actually.
Ah, that's. So I only just noticed that.
Free sauce, I think, is on the way in as well.
Yeah, on board.
I think that's going to be our order. Winter might be on a lap. He's 10 seconds down, so I don't think that's going to be competitive here.
Yeah.
Unless he was racing F2.
Yep.
But,
yeah.
I think that's going to be our order. So Dodo first, the 2 Alpha Tauris, the Haas of Joe in 4th. And Free Sauce for one in his debut in Jeddah, I believe. He's sitting in 5th, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I said he was a man to watch. Last time out at Portimao, he didn't have that great a race, but I think he'll be very pleased with P5, so he'll be one to watch.
Absolutely. Two Alpines struggling here, 19th and 20th. Mattis and Rob, both quick drivers. I have a feeling they'll make their way through in the race.
I think so too, yeah. We'll have to see. But yeah, go on.
In Hungary, go for it, actually. The order's on screen.
Yep. So, as we said, Dodo gets pole in the Williams, G Ninja and Sammy both in the Alpha Tauris, 2nd and 3rd, then Joe in the Haas, Freet Sauce in the Aston Martin, then Mew, Rexler, Extinct Body, Notaboat, Gibbo, Ardaz, Stevie, 50, Dablo, Winther, Jerome, Golf, Nick, Mantis and Rob. So yeah, got the 2 Mercedes side by side on the track, almost the Red Bulls. They got the Haas has got a Red Bull sandwich, but
if I was Stevie, I'd be very proud of myself. Div 2, and he's above most of the other Div 2 drivers. He's actually ahead of a few Div 1 drivers, so
he is.
I'd be very happy if I was him.
So, as Harrison said, Div 2, so Division 2 pole at Hungary would have been between Freet and Mew.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
so
that
shows you there
mad.
Isn't as much of a gap as you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, generally, like Division 1 and 2, in most things, there's a bit of a gap between them, but yeah, in this regard, there isn't.
To be fair, the Div 2 pole was a bit dubious, but we'll take that out of the equation for the moment. But now it's time for the drivers to decide their strategies. Obviously, if you're farther back, you'll want to go for a harder tire and maybe jump the people that are in front of you on the pit stops. Now, the other thing is, if you are farther back than you think you should be, and if you can get a softer compound, you can make the lap 1 I was going to say a different word there, but I need to back out there. But you can definitely make up some places on those softer compound tires.
Yep. As we'll just wait on stream, having a nice view of the pit lane, just while the drivers are sorting their strats.
It's not like Div, or what is it, F122, where the pit crews would come out and do a little T-pose for everyone. Unfortunately, they're not doing it this time.
Nick cheering himself. Yeah, go Nick, go.
The VIP boxes, I've noticed, are completely empty on my screen.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just struggle to sell tickets. I'm surprised.
Wow. How disgraceful.
Paddock Club. Yeah, Interesting. So now we'll get a look at what tires
we will
are on.
I'll just bring that up on stream.
Only a few
mediums.
soft runners. Interesting. So Dodo, G Ninja, Mew, and Rob are the only soft runners here. Everyone else has gone mediums.
What would you have done if you were racing around here?
Depends where I am, but generally I prefer to have the softer tire softer tire later, because I'm most warmed up later in the race. So I generally prefer to have the faster tire later on. But I've been finding that the soft tires are really not great. So I have been switching it around recently, but I'm not sure. It's whatever suits your driving style really, and your position obviously. So it'll be interesting to see.
Most definitely, I think Rob will be one to watch really around here as well. Starting on those softs.
And on those soft tires, yeah, absolutely. He'll be someone to keep an eye on. And definitely, it is strategic, or not strategic, but it is nice to be at the back on the start, because you never know what could happen in
Yep.
that height pack up front into turn 1, because it is a tight turn 1. So it's hard to judge, and usually it's just better to be outside the chaos. Maybe
True.
pick up a few places from people that have gone around, and then work your way up after turn 1.
Absolutely
There must
is.
have been a
Oh.
bit of an incident between Nick and Cornish, because they're both gone to the start.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they were at the back anyway, and yeah,
Sense of
starting on
naughty
those
step.
cold tyres. Yep. No comment about both of them. Both naughty boys. That's all I'm
Absolutely.
going to say. Yep.
Now, the strategies we're getting, or at least I'm getting, was medium hard and soft
okay.
medium, which was quite an odd choice.
Bit of a
Now, I
stretch,
will
isn't
say,
it?
absolutely. It's I think
25
soft
laps.
medium you can manage here, or medium soft.
If you're
I don't
golf,
think you need the hards. Yeah,
the
golf.
tyre
Well,
whisperer. Yep.
sometimes it's not too bad on tire wear, I found, but obviously safety cars here are quite likely, so we will see what's going on
Yep.
once it starts up.
Yep.
But
Ethan.
hopefully we can keep it clean.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Ethan said Nick spun by accident, apparently.
Oh dear.
Ethan, are you in a voice chat with Mantis, I'm assuming?
I have a
On
terrible
skips.
camera angle.
Yeah, I need to
Oh,
try and find a
God.
good one, really. Let's see.
Even Dodo doesn't have one. Or being on board, Dodo doesn't have one. So I think maybe on board one of the top drivers. We
here
have
we
the
go.
lights now.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lights out now. And no, they're holding it.
There's always... Yeah, and
Off
we're
we
away.
go.
Yep,
What a great game.
I know, right?
Quite a quick start from one of the Alfa Romeos there, actually, but Dodo has this regulated. There's 4 wide coming into the first corner. It'll be interesting to see who... Oh, Dodo has a big instability there, and it's G Ninja is the strong one coming in here.
Capitalises,
Joe
doesn't
in
he?
second. Absolutely, and Dodo is now on the back foot. Now, Sammy Joe is on the outside, but he thinks better of it, and I think we've all got through okay.
Yes, I was about to say, yeah, look like there's been no incidents, which is good to see. Everyone's made it through fine.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's nice, clean. Now, there was 2 cars going side by side. There was Gibbo and Noterboat not giving any quarters. So
Yep.
it'll be interesting to see now, can Dodo get back to the front of the field?
Just on board with Dodo, actually. We'll stay on board for the moment.
Yeah. There's Joe, or G Ninja's really opening that gap to Joe on those soft tyres. Obviously, there's a tyre difference there.
Sorry,
There
just...
was a big kick there. I saw that.
as Dodo looks for a move down that bit of contact.
Dodo has to make the most of these soft tyres now because he can't afford to be held back by these medium runners. But G Ninja's opened a 1.6 second gap. That is
Yeah.
astonishing. Over 1 lap.
Exactly.
And Dodo really is going to be the one on the back foot here, trying to find any bit of time on G Ninja going into these next few laps. I'll tell you what, Muse challenging Sammy Joe there. Whoa,
very close. Yep, very
Absolutely.
close. It's a bit of a train forming now.
Mantis may have gotten damage. He's gone into the pits here. But
Okay.
I think Arlas has made an overtake on Rexler, but Rexler's not giving up easy. There was a slight bit of contact there, but he's through. Fair play to him.
Yep.
Cornish going on the hards now to the end. That's an interesting choice. He's probably hoping for a bit of a safety car, but we'll see.
So far, not the case. Been very, very clean.
Very clean, I have to say, yeah. Now,
Yep.
obviously, we'll see if Mantis got into an incident in the steward's room tomorrow, but for the moment, I think everyone's pretty clean.
Yep.
No damage.
I think we should touch on quickly. Ardaz has made up 3 places from where he started. Winther's had a good start as well, up 3.
Absolutely, yeah.
The losers, Noterboat has dropped down a couple of places, and Rexler as well. So, yeah.
I think for the championship's sake, Dodo is the big loser at the moment. He's gained a 10th here on him, but I think not making the ground he would want to be. Now, he does seem to be making a small bit more, but we'll see going into lap 3. DRS is now enabled, but all of the top 3 are outside of DRS of each other.
Yep.
Sammy is still keeping with Joe. They're all on the mediums. The
They
two
are.
soft runners are making their way out front.
Yep. I was about to say, yeah, front 2 pulling away a bit.
Absolutely. There's. I don't think there's anyone
Oh,
else outside
yellow
of DRS.
flags.
Now there was Dablo has gone around. I think
He has,
he
yeah.
does have left end plate damage, unfortunately. So that is going to be a
Ah.
pit from him. I'd say. I don't know who he had contact with.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he lost it on his own or...
You know, it is. You're on the limit here in Hungary. You're pushing the high downforce corners. Do lend themselves to making mistakes. So
Yep,
hopefully he can pop in maybe a set of hards like Mantis and hope for a safety car.
exactly. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, isn't it? If you have an early
Absolutely.
incident like that. So,
Stevie's struggling here. He's gone deep there into this penultimate corner.
yep.
He's keeping with Winther. Winther is pulling him along, to be fair to him. But it seems everyone is still in DRS from 4th down to 15th.
And he's killing
which is really impressive.
He's killing a lot of his ERS as well. Used up half of his battery.
Good point,
early
actually,
doors.
yes.
Um,
I wonder, is that just to keep with the field?
yeah, perhaps.
Exactly. Now I will say that G Ninja is keeping that gap stable.
Yep.
Dodo did have a bit of a sidewards moment there, and he's dropped 3/10 now. He's really struggling to keep with G Ninja here. I think G Ninja has this covered unless there's a safety car until the pit stops at the very least.
Yep. He doesn't seem very happy with his setup. Generally,
Exactly.
when I watch Dodo, he's very smooth. He's a bit like golf in terms of like smooth inputs and everything, but he seems to be very, I don't know, just his setup doesn't feel that good to me.
Exactly, I'm seeing a bit of sawing at the wheel, which really means that there's some bit of a rear end instability there that he has to do those corrections.
Yeah.
But he's starting to make those 2/10 up again on G Ninja. He's 1.6 again.
Is it just my eyes? It seems to be clouding over a fair bit.
It does. Now, we didn't get any reports of rain from the chat, so it'll be a surprise if something comes along.
It is clouding considerably, I must say.
Absolutely.
It feels very overcast. As Mentos in the chat, welcome in the chat, Mentos.
Cheering on Sammy. Now,
Yep.
Mew is making some moves on Sammy. He didn't make it there, but he is right on the back of him now.
Making inroads, isn't he?
Absolutely, and Sammy is struggling to keep up with Joe here.
Yep.
And the big news from that would be that they'll fall off the DRS and
Yep.
Sammy will be vulnerable on the main straight. There isn't much overtaking here, it's just the main straight really, unless
True.
the driver in front does have
An issue or
mistake.
something. Yeah. Of course, Mew on different tyres. He's on 4-lap old softs. Sammy up ahead of him on the mediums.
Absolutely. Now, unless there's some sort of a safety car shaking that up, the soft will, or the soft should be quicker here.
Yep.
And obviously on his later stint, the mediums would be falling away from the soft runners. Bit of rear
True.
instability there from you.
Yep.
But
It's allowed
seems
Fritzels
to
to
be-
catch up a bit, isn't it?
absolutely, and he won't be making the move on Sammy, although he's gone defensive, kind of defending fresh air really.
Yep. Fritzels and Mew, similar ERS usage. They just got about 60% left.
Absolutely. Rexter looks to be squaring up to Ardas here.
Yep. Just gone on board with that now.
Bit of wheel spin coming out of there.
Yeah, again, similar ERS left. They're both on
Seems to
60%, more or less. Aaron, so Spazzaman in the chat saying no sign of rain from these three drivers.
Okay, interesting. It's very, very dark, so
It is whether we will see some rain before the end of the race. I mean, we
will
got
be the
19
question.
laps.
absolutely. That's quite a long time.
That is, yeah. Just got dark. It seems to get darker and darker around here.
Absolutely. Stevie having a few issues now. He's getting hounded by Jerome at the moment. 50 was made his way
yeah.
past already.
Ooh, bit of a
Ooh,
wobble
big
from
snap from Jerome.
Yeah. Mr.
Jerome's
Hudson.
still having a look here. He's draining his battery. They're both on around the same battery here.
Yes, indeed. And 50 on a similar up ahead.
Yes, now Stevie will be very vulnerable here. He has no DRS coming through this last corner.
Yep.
At the detection point. I have a feeling Jerome will make this stick, although Stevie got a nice exit there.
He did, but here comes Jerome.
The DRS is just so
Massive
so
pull,
good in
isn't
this
it?
game.
Yeah.
Stevie keeping his nose in there, to be fair to him.
He is, yeah. Nice bit of driving from
Switch
both
back,
of them.
absolutely. They're really giving the room. It's nice to watch. Round the outside from Jerome, he still can't make it stick. Stevie just has the grip here. And it's going to be another lap before Jerome can make it past.
Yep.
He's definitely making it hard for him. Winter with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. That's going to hurt him.
It is, yep.
The field being so tight here.
Yep. Both on the same tyres, these mediums. Stevie and Jerome.
Absolutely. Extinct right on the back of Mew here. These softs really aren't treating Mew well. He's gone wide.
Sammy's
Joe
off.
is in the wall, and that's a virtual safety car.
Yeah, lost a front wing. I don't know if he had contact with Free or whether he just lost it on a curb. Unfortunately, didn't catch it on stream there, but...
So the virtual safety car will bring all of these drivers now to the same pace. So now the soft runners will be diving in. Mew and
Fritzels
in front of him. Everyone seems to be popping in. This is an opportune time. I'd assume it'll be hards for everyone here.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Couple of 5-second penalties.
Speeding penalties here. That's unfortunate.
It is. Let's see who got them. A couple of drivers, Ardaz and Nodabo.
Rexler and Gibbo staying out, so that's going to be a big statement here.
It is.
There's a few drivers that were coming out. I think, 50 was sent around at the first corner there. He's beached.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's back underway.
I think he was coming out of the pits there. I'm not sure. Oh, no, he wasn't. He must have been hit by someone coming out of the pits there. Or he could have lost it on his own, but I thought I saw a bit of contact.
Has he got any end plate damage?
Doesn't appear so.
No, I think it, yeah. At least that's something. But
net first is still G Ninja here. And there is a 1.9 second gap now back to Dodo. So he's definitely keeping that regulated, although there was a bit of a mistake from G Ninja.
Yep.
Getting Dodo quite close. He's getting stuck now in the cars that didn't pit, like Jerome.
Oh, just on board with G Ninja, right up the backside of Jerome.
Right on the gearbox. Jerome just has enough now. He knows that it isn't his race.
Exactly. I think it's the wise thing to do. I would have done the same.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to cost him time if he's stuck on the back of these guys. G Ninja back on the back now of Stevie. Stevie isn't going to let this one go easy, I'd say.
Yep.
But
lovely exit.
Just a beautiful exit, absolutely.
Yep.
Stevie isn't really fighting this one. He doesn't have the battery for it, unfortunately.
Yep. True.
Dodo making a move on Jerome, trying to keep up with G Ninja here.
I think we'll quickly mention about the tyres. So as you can see on the stream, G Ninja and Dodo opted for mediums, Joe to hards, Fritzels, Mew and Extinct on fresh hards, Noteboat as well. Then you've got Ardaz, Winther, Sammy, Rob, all opted for hards as well.
Because of how early that was, I'm not sure the medium runners could come in for their softs. They have to go hards there.
Yep.
So they're kind of backed into a corner. Now that's benefited people like G Ninja and Dodo and Mew, who can bring those tires to the end now. Mew decided, I think, that the hards would be the better option. So that would benefit him later in the race when the people in front's mediums will be going off.
Yep, just on board with Fritzels right on the back of Nick. So Nick on 8-lap-old mediums. Oh, very close.
Oh dear.
Very, very close, but I don't think there was any damage.
Now I will say the Dodo G Ninja is getting very close now. It's only 1.2 between them.
Yep, just on board with them.
Traffic didn't help. Now it's still outside of the DRS at the moment. And of course, when the DRS is there, it opens the rear wing, giving a bit more straight line speed.
Yep.
But it's only in certain zones, the start finish and the straight afterwards.
As Joe got past Stevie there, so yeah, even on those hard tyres, Joe's really managed his ERS well. He's got 78% ERS left.
Yeah, that's really, really good saving there from him.
Yep, considering he's sat P5 right now, 2-lap-old hard tyres, but...
Absolutely, the top two, well, net top two at the moment, still with only 20% each. So Joe on a strong point here.
Yep, sorry, I was just on board there with Golf and Fritas. There was a bit of contact. Golf's back underway. Whew, dearie me. Got very
Tight
icy.
stuff.
Icy dicey.
Absolutely. Now, this is where it's strong, or it's going to be big stuff. Up front, Gibbo is holding G-Ninja back.
He is, I'll go.
G-Ninja will have DRS now, but Dodo is right on the back of them both.
Yep. Or three-way battle.
This is going to be big stuff here. Gibbo's backing out of it. But he's done his job now. Dodo is in the DRS of G-Ninja now. It's only Rexler to the lead now. It's going to be interesting stuff from here.
Exactly, yep.
But both of them have limited battery. G-Ninja is on 13%. Dodo is only on 14%. So there is nothing left with these guys on the batteries.
And meanwhile,
Joe,
Rexler, 50% battery.
Exactly. That's going to be strong for him. Now, he's on 10-lap-old mediums. He's hoping for a safety car here. But Joe is looking very strong with the high battery behind the two of them with only 3 seconds back.
Ooh. There's a bit of contact there between G-Ninja. Oh, Dodo looks around the outside. There was a bit of contact between Rexler and G-Ninja there.
Little bit of an opportune move. G-Ninja's giving no quarters.
Oh.
He's right out to the outside.
What racing?
Dodo has backed out there because he probably got an illegal overtake, I'm going to assume. Because he wouldn't have given that so easily if not. G-Ninja's really being held up by Rexler here. Yep. Rexler is probably struggling on tyres. He pulls into the pits here because he knows that they're going to give up now.
Yep.
But Dodo is in a strong position here. He still gets the DRS, G-Ninja, from Rexler after going into the pits. Both of them have no battery left. G-Ninja did drop a bit of battery.
He did,
they're coming up to a lapped car here. I believe that's Rob. Rob will pull to the side.
Yep.
And because of that, G-Ninja still has DRS. So he's kept well protected now. Dodo still has 10% more battery than G-Ninja going into this tighter section.
Yep, as Mantis, he did DNF on track, but no safety car or anything, but yep, slap on the wrist for Mantis.
Absolutely. Now, I will say that battle up front has benefited Joe on those harder tyres. He's stuck behind Gibbo at the moment, but once he's released from that, he's going to be in a very strong position with lots of battery.
Look at his ERS, 75% ERS,
really strong position. He'll be looking for an overtake on Gibbo. I think Gibbo's stepping aside there. He didn't. He was pulling to the side. I don't know if he was defending fresh air there, but Joe is right on him. He's
slight tap. It's like, get a move on. It's like,
exactly.
Chop, chop.
I think Gibbo's a bit silly staying out on these mediums here. They're going to be coming off at this point.
Yeah, this is what the...
big slide there from Joe, but he still has the exit on him. That shows how shot those tyres are on Gibbo's car.
Yep, 11 laps old, 12 laps in fact, those mediums, as Dablo gets 3 seconds. I think
G-Ninja and Dodo are so close, a tenth separating them.
Yeah.
But it's Dodo in front now, going into the tighter section of this track.
All that battery
no ERS on both cars.
Yep.
It's such a tight battle.
I don't know if it's my eyes, it seems to be getting even more cloudy. As we're just got over the halfway point of the race.
But this game does like to play tricks on people.
Yep.
That kind of look, but sometimes it won't rain at all, and sometimes it's gearing up to rain. But it will be after the race sometimes, so it's hard to know.
Whether Aaron Spazman can keep us updated if his drivers hear anything about rain.
Absolutely. Now, I will say that the medium runners up front, Dodo and G-Ninja, are not pulling away from Joe as quick as they would want to be on those softer compound tyres of the two. Now, if Joe can just keep these hard tyres in the temperature range, he will be looking stronger later in the race, and that battery will be great.
Indeed, and Stevie, I think we'll mention quickly the big movers. Jerome up 8 places as he's just lost a position to Mew.
He's just
Stevie
up.
I think. Oh yes, you're right. Yep, just came up.
Stevie overtaking Stevie there now.
Yeah.
Now Stevie is on 13-lap-old mediums, the same as Gibbo and Jerome just came off them.
Yep.
So they will be
looking
for
for
the
a
next
move.
couple of laps.
Oh dear. Stevie's round. I just caught that on stream.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
He was in a good position, and those tyres are completely shot now. They'll be overheating. It's unfortunate
Oh,
for him.
yep.
All of the harder compound tire runners are past him now. So it'll just be picking up the pieces from now on, as Rexler takes the opportunity to pass him around the outside there.
Yep.
I
Commentator's
will
curse.
say, yeah, exactly. The top two runners on those mediums are still so close. Dodo went a slight bit wide there, which has brought G-Ninja slightly closer now.
Absolutely, yep.
G-Ninja will have DRS here, and he has a bit more battery than Dodo. Oh, actually, no, they're both the same.
Yep.
Dodo is using a bit of battery. G-Ninja just tucked in behind. He knows he can just get a bit more battery than Dodo here and look for an overtake later on. Bit of rear end instability for Dodo there.
Yep.
G-Ninja using that DRS, but he's just not quick enough down that second straight.
Similar ERS left for both of them.
Absolutely.
As
Gibbo in now
pits.
for the softs. Interesting. So that's pretty aggressive by him.
3 in the pits.
As well.
50 as well.
Yeah. And
we'll just touch on that. So Jerome's pitted onto fresh softs. Yep, Stevie, Gibbo.
I think now is the time where softs would be okay. 10 laps on the softs should be able to manage that.
As long as you, stay out of trouble, of course.
And those people on the softs will be looking for overtakes on those hard compound runners. Rexler is one of those soft compound runners looking at that big train of hard compound tyres in front of him.
Right
people
on the back.
Noterboat and Winter.
Yep. Oh.
Very tight. I'm not sure if he lost a wing there, but that was very tight.
Very, yep. Whew, very
Rexler
close.
knows this is going to cost him because these guys have penalties in front of them. There's 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and 5 seconds.
The split second you say penalties, I switched to penalties on. So great minds think alike. I'll just mention that Ardaz got the 5 second penalty speed in the pits. Winther's actually got 6 seconds of penalties. Noterboat speed in the pits 5 seconds. Jerome 3, Dablo 3.
Rexler did dispose of Noterboat there in the last sector. Now he's chasing after Winter.
Yep.
He knows he's on the better tyres here. He just needs to use them.
Yes, indeed.
I have to say that the front battle is still not dying down here. There's 2 tenths between them. Dodo, the championship leader, still keeping this one regulated as of now.
And this is working really well for Joe. He's still got 75% battery compared with G-Ninja and Dodo who are on about average of 30%. So he's got double the ERS.
He's not making much inroads as of yet, and what he needs to do is start to close that gap now, using a bit of that battery. He doesn't want to use a lot of it because obviously once he comes up to them, he'll need to have some bit in the tank.
Yep.
But I wouldn't rule him out yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got 9 laps left. Thing just needs to bide his time, really.
Absolutely. G-Ninja just got a slightly worse exit than Dodo there. They're both stockpiling battery. G-Ninja has about 10% more battery at the moment.
Yep. I think they're just biding their time, aren't they?
Yeah. I think they're looking at the last lap. In all honesty, G-Ninja still has that 10% extra just from sitting in the tow.
As Mantis leaves the session there.
Yes, he's out, unfortunately.
Rexler
losing a position there.
Yep. And close battle on track.
A Winter, I think.
Yep.
He's just over and back between Winter. He's really making those soft tyres work against these hard tyre runners. Once he gets past Ardaz, he'll need to get going because Extinct is 5 seconds up the road.
Yep. And Rexler's right on the back of Ardaz here.
Yeah, he's really hounding him. He's on much better tyres.
Yep. Similar battery, about 15% between them. Rexler,
Absolutely.
50%, Ardaz, 65%, there or thereabouts. Still on board with Rexler here. Whoa!
Very tight. I'm not sure if he got damage there. Winter is keeping an eye on this.
Yep. Of course, this plays into Winter's hands somewhat, although the 6 seconds, I think that's going to take him out of the points as it stands. It's gone pretty fast, this race. We've got 7 laps left.
It has. People on those softs is right on the back of Winter now. He's looking at this
Oh,
fight
yep.
between
Here he
Ardaz
comes.
and Rexler, and he wants to be part of it. He's disposing of Winter fairly quickly, although Winter has stayed there.
Yep.
Gibbo has less battery, but those soft compound tires are really helping him now. He's getting going towards this Ardaz-Rexler race.
I can
This
see
is
him
gonna
getting
be
past them
interesting.
both.
Absolutely. Gibbo, of all people, is the one to do it.
Yep.
He just knows how to make those overtakes work.
It's mad the gap the front three is. I think it was Skip that pointed out, yeah, the top three should run a super division, like a
Absolutely. 10
Super
seconds they
League.
have on Fruit Sauce at the moment. It's insane.
It is, yep.
Now, I don't think Joe has enough here. He has so much battery, but I think it's kind of moot because he has 5 seconds to make up in about 7 laps.
Yep.
He's going to have to make these soft, or these hards go insane at these last amount of laps.
Yep.
Was it
His golf
golf
gets
with
3
track
seconds.
limits?
Yeah.
It's easy to make or to get track limits here.
Yep.
The exits on the final sector are very, very, very hard.
Yeah, after that chicane is still on board with Gibbo. He's looking to go for the overtake on Ardaz. Yep, pretty
Just
simple.
made it work, has he? Yeah.
Yep.
And now it'll be interesting to see Gibbo on those younger soft compound tires.
Yeah, we'll just touch on that actually. Bring up the tyres again. Yeah, so he's on 4-lap-old softs right now, so he's sitting very nicely, I think.
Absolutely.
I mean, what? Extinct's 4 seconds up the road, so just trying to see as 50 gets past Nick towards the back and Dablo's dropped back.
Dablo's really struggling this race, unfortunately.
Yep.
It seems. And there doesn't seem to be much tight on track. Dodo is opening up that gap in front.
Yep.
G-Ninja really just can't hold on. They're both stockpiling battery. So obviously G-Ninja knows that the battle is going to be on the last few laps.
12-lap-old mediums as well, and then you got Joe on 12-lap-old hards, so
Absolutely, but I'm not sure he'll be able to get that nearly 6-second gap now to those.
Yep.
I think the mediums can make that work, especially on the lower fuel loads that you'll be later on in the race.
on board with Gibbo, managed to get past Rexler again. Just
Those younger tyres really coming into his own now.
Yep.
Rexler might have an answer for it in this back straight, but Gibbo has the DRS from the previous straight.
Well,
really worked for him there.
Yep. As Spazman in the chat said, yeah, no rain expected. So quite surprised with that. It's just clearly it's just very overcast in Hungary. I think it was like that last time out at Hungary as well. In the Div 2 race. Correct me if I'm wrong. As welcome in the chat, naughty dot dot. I can't see one of the
Tiger of Castelli Romani.
Castelli
I have no
Romani.
idea what that means. But
sounds great though.
Someone cheering for Rexler at the moment. He's just falling out of that DRS, although he's had a nice middle sector to keep with Gibbo here. Can he stay in it in the last sector?
Yep, and I'm just on board with Gibbo now still. Whoa, got a wobble. The penultimate corner, but yeah, he's closing the gap on Extinct. So, and Freak Sauce, we haven't mentioned him for a little while, but yeah, it's at P4 right now.
He's been in his own world. Him, Mew, and Extinct kind of did the same thing, but they were separated decently, and they've not been able to make inroads into each other. But they're sitting happily in 4th, 5th, and 6th there, to be fair.
Yep. And Gibbo on those fresher softs, right on the back of Extinct. I mean, do you think these mediums are going to last till the end for Dodo and G-Ninja, or are they going to...
I think they have it covered. I think absolutely. It's now a 6.4 second gap. They're still finding time on those mediums. They're not dying out. And I think 4 laps to make 6.4 seconds for Joe, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Still on board with Gibbo because it's like the closest bet on the track right now as Jerome gets 3-second penalty. Whoa, Extinct. Got very loose, caught a bit too much of the curb there. That's going to play into Gibbo's hands. Yellow flag. Alpine. That's an...
Rob is out.
Rob
and
is
it's
out.
a safety car.
Oh.
It's just caught that. Oh, Dodo has been told to stop. This is playing into Joe's hands perfectly.
Yeah,
He's right on the back of this. He has better tyres, younger tyres.
Yep.
Except that now
timing.
everyone from Freet down to Ardas has jumped in the pits. I think everyone behind will also jump in the pits. But the thing is now, will they make it around in time to start the lap again?
I was about to say,
because
very, very late on, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised the safety car is out here. It will stay out for the following lap, but it will definitely come in after that.
Yep.
So it's just
People got
making
to get
sure
their
that
skates on, don't
G
they?
Ninja and Dodo, it looks like they're under deltas. This is very, very... this has turned everything upside down.
Yep, it's just like someone's flipped a table. Yep.
Absolutely. There's
Just lost a poker match or something, flipped a table. Yep.
Now, it still seems as if everyone from Freet Sauce down is under delta, so I have a feeling the top 3 will go in for new tyres.
Yep. I will go on board with Dodo, see what he's going to do here. In fact, no, I'll go on board with G Ninja because I've got a good vantage point. We'll run through the tyre situation in a minute as well.
Absolutely. And Dodo is playing some games here. He's going to go in, as is G Ninja.
Yep.
They have the margin here to the rest of the field. 35-second margin. They'll more than get the tyres on and out.
Joe's in as well, yep. Sorry to cut you off, mate.
So it'll be I think it's Extinct is the only one who stayed out here, which is an odd choice from him.
Yep.
Because he will get eaten by all of these soft tyre runners. Everyone else has gone on to new softs.
Drive-through, speeding under the safety car, Golf.
So Golf obviously didn't pay enough attention to his delta, the poor fella.
I mean, he's
I'll
well
tell you
out
what,
the points
Extinct
anyway.
nearly swapped ends under that safety car there. He was nearly... I think he was close to his delta or something.
I think, sorry, I'm going to take this opportunity to have to swig a drink because I think the end of this race is going to be...
It's going to be tied.
It's going to be something finely poised.
And Extinct is in.
Yep.
So he's going to lose a load of positions here.
Yeah.
Freet Sauce looking quite good in 4th. I'll tell you what, those fellas that were on the hards, they'll be very, very happy because they'll be very close to getting to those top 3.
True. Yeah, I think, well, no point running through the tyres because everyone is on softs now.
Absolutely.
But the ones on the fresh, the top 3 right now, also Extinct onto fresh, 50 Nick and Golf and Dablo on fresh softs as well. Is
the safety car is going through the middle sector. It will end this lap. This game cannot go into the last 2 laps with it running. So we will get a message from race control after they go through these lefts and rights that it will be coming in. And the field has not caught up yet.
Yeah, wow.
So it'll be interesting to see how much Dodo holds on here. We're passing the line now. It's in this lap.
So
Dodo holds the field up. Now, how
Yeah.
much is he going to do this? Because he can't afford to let more of them come back.
I think it would be nice to a certain extent to allow that middle group to catch up a little bit.
Absolutely. I think Ardaz and Rexler and those crew are back up to the field now.
Ever so
I think
slightly.
Dodo has noticed, so he is
Slid.
backing off there. He has it regulated.
I think the guys too far back just through sector 2, they're not going to catch up in time as he's
Absolutely.
coming
I think
around.
Stevie's going to be the last of the crew to catch
Yep.
up. And it's a 2-lap sprint race to the end. This is so exciting.
Yeah. I will take a big inhale of breath now.
Absolutely. I'd say sit on in the seat of Freet Sauce here. He's
He's
looking
off.
very good. And
He's
I think
off.
G Ninja read Dodo quite decently, but it's Joe actually is the one that's right on the back of G Ninja. G Ninja goes to the inside to defend, and it's Joe in the inside. He's up on the concrete, and it's gonna be tied on the exit. Oh. And it's Joe
Side by
and
side.
G Ninja side by side into the second corner. Oh, Joe around the outside. This is so tight, and it's G Ninja just gives him the exact amount of room you need. Freet Sauce is looking at this with really wet lips here.
Ardaz and Sammy are out. Oh,
That's big. Joe has gone very wide there, but I think he's okay. He has enough warnings in the bag. Winter's gone around there, I think, behind.
And just while you're inhaling some air, if you get your drivers of the day votes in, please, guys, as we're on the
Wrestler's
penultimate
gone
lap.
deep there, and Extinct and Stevie are looking with wide eyes at this one. Stevie got track limits there, so he's not going to be too happy at all. Now the front three are 3/10 between each other.
Yeah,
Joe, G Ninja, and Dodo. I wouldn't rule out Joe here. He's looking fairly racy. There's going to be no DRS, obviously,
Yep.
because we're after a safety car. This is the lap that matters.
Yellow flags. Ferrari. Gibbo's
Dodo
round.
dumping his battery here. This is going to be close.
We'll have
He
to
has
stay
it
on board
covered.
with the front three.
Absolutely.
With the
I'd say.
final lap of the race now. Let's get your votes in, guys.
Joe hits the limiter there, I think, and it's really hurting him. He just doesn't have enough for G Ninja here, and Dodo has this run regulated, I think.
Notabo out as well, but I think in the pits, but yeah.
He'd be down a few positions. He's spun, I think.
Oh dear. And Gibbo's out as
There's
well.
a few retirees, I think they're the people that were stuck behind the safety car.
Yep.
They just didn't have enough margin. And it's unfortunate the way the game works, but you can't end under safety car.
Yep.
Coming to the end of the lap here, Joe is still right on the back of G Ninja here. G Ninja actually is struggling on battery here, so it'll be very, very close. Joe is dumping his battery to try and get in the back. G Ninja's red light is now flashing. He's under 10% battery. This is going to be so close. This is going to be a sprint to the line.
It is. Yep.
Dodo had this one regulated to the inch. I have to say, after a subpar start, he has made it work.
He has.
Dangerous Dodo first, G Ninja second. Joe couldn't make it work. Has to settle for third.
Very good drive from Fritzels, yeah.
Absolutely, and Mew as well. Very, very strong race. Extinct on the 3-lap old instead of the 4-lap old. He did stay out for a bit longer, but it didn't hurt him in the end.
Yep.
Rexler and 50. Very good races from them.
Nick
Nick.
into the points as well.
Absolutely, that's great from Nick. I have to say.
I mean, obviously, the safety car and some DNFs did play into his hands, but still, to get points is something. Wow, 20-second time penalty. Bloody hell.
I think
Steady
that's
on
actually
golf.
a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Whew. That was some end, wasn't it? Deary me.
I was saying it wasn't the most exciting race, and then the safety car came out, so it's...
Yeah, Rob decided...
incredible twist at the end. Wow.
Yeah, Rob decided to spice it up. But yeah, if you could get your votes in for Driver of the Day. Got Mew, a vote for Mew from Kaz. Yeah. Oh, apparently Castelli Romani is an area near Roma. Or Rome, sorry. Roma football team. But yeah, here are your top three. I mean, I could have called it before the race, the top four.
I'm going to go with Mew for the Driver of the Day as well. I have a feeling it's a few of them haven't put them in yet. 50 says Skip.
Yeah,
50
the
with
game.
Dave. Yeah, fair play.
The game said 50, but yeah, I think Mew is a very good shout.
Mew is probably the one to go for. I don't know. We'll see what people say.
Yep. So a bit of a split vote, but I'll just run through the final standings and then we'll sort out who actually got Driver of the Day. Oh, looks like Mew got more votes. Harrison's just put a vote in there, but yeah, I'll just run through the final standings. So Dodo wins, gets the fastest lap as well in the Williams, then G Ninja in the AlphaTauri, Joe in the Haas. They got Fritzels, Mew, Extinct, Rexler, 50, Nuke Furyman, Nick Furyman, P9, and Winther gets the final point. Then you've got Dablo, Stevie, Jerome, Golf, Gibbo, Notabo, Ardez, Sammy, Rob, and Mantis. There were a few DNFs at the end. I think Golf was the final runner. Yeah, wow. That's some race. Nick, you can't vote for yourself. You swine. You cheeky so-and-so. But yeah. Wow. That really flew by, and I'm very surprised there wasn't rain in that race, considering
We've gotten Spazza as voted for Mew as well. But yeah, I'm surprised we haven't got rain. It looks like the typical Irish sky, I'll be honest.
Yep.
I'm just getting the drivers to pop in, but I think we do need to listen to God Save the King.
Yes, I will sort that out in a moment. But yeah, that was some race, wasn't it? Wow. But yeah,
That was very, very tight. That was really
was.
impressive.
It was.
And those top three are just astonishing. They're different gravy.
They really are. Yep. Okay. So Dodo won the race. So we have to listen to "God Save the King" again.
The British national anthem. Exactly.
Right. I shall mute us both. Here we go.
We muted? Sorry if I was talking over you there. I'm trying. I'm still getting used to it. You know, I'm still getting used to it. Okay, that's perfect. It's so easy with AJ because AJ just has that kind of, I don't know. You know when he's gonna speak when you're not. Whereas both me and you are not sure when we're both gonna speak. We've got 4 of them in the driver's VC there. We're not muted, actually. I've just heard on stream.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, right.
Hello,
fair
stream.
enough. Hi, stream. That's interesting because I crossed out the microphone. Anyway, yeah, that was the national anthem for
Great Britain.
Great Britain. Okay, we'll move up to the driver's VC. Okay, so I'll move us up there. Bear with.
The last thing you said along.
Hi guys. One
Hello.
second. Hello. Right.
Hello.
Right, Lance. You're in.
I suppose we'll talk to Mew first, seeing as you got driver of the day. What did you think of that race, Mew?
It was very tiring, especially like just the second stint. I had to do a qualifying lap almost every single lap just to like make sure the undercut works. I banked on a full safety car to be honest, and then I knew the hards are gonna make it, so I just locked in and tried to do my best. I only maintained P5 though. I don't know why people voted me driver of the day.
I think there was so much going on that it was admirable to just keep P5. But I noticed there was a few soft runners that started on softs, and then they pitted for mediums. What made you go onto the hards? Did you not think the softs would last?
I've done a race run before, and I knew from that point the hards could make it. So I was pretty confident in that. I didn't want to risk the drop off on the mediums.
Yeah, that makes sense. Was the setup okay for you, or did you just find that that you couldn't bridge the gap to the top people, or was it
The setup,
were your
the
limits?
setup was pretty nice. It wasn't like amazing, but it did its job. I was kind of overheating the whole race, especially on softs.
Ah, that's interesting. Simi, do you have any questions?
No, just superb drive. You must be really pleased with P5, I think.
Well, I'd rather aim higher than just P5, but I'll take it.
Exactly,
No complaints here.
Yeah, I don't think you
Well
should.
deserved.
Yeah, I think it was very well deserved, and yeah, clearly the people in the chat thought so as well. So yeah, well done.
So thanks to the guys in the chat.
You'll pay them later.
Yeah, I'm a pay driver. That's the P in PL.
Nicholas Latif Mew.
Latif Mew.
Thank you.
We'll have
The
to
true
come up with
goat.
some. Yeah, we'll come up with some Mew puns.
Yeah. Great.
Absolutely.
I'm
Latif
sure
Mew.
they'll be amusing.
Yep.
Amusing.
Amusing. Oh God. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't come up with that myself. It's that bad, but yeah, well done again, Mew.
I've been making puns about my name for like the last 5 years, so I'm pretty
You're
used to
it.
it.
You have to make it up.
Mucal Schumacher. No.
Right,
Not
so
yet,
we'll move
at
on
least.
to Mr. Joe, I suppose.
Yeah, well done again, Mew. Yep.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
great
thanks.
job from you.
Thanks. See you guys later.
Yep.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Joel, P3 today. Did you think you could bridge the gap to the top two, or were they just too fast for you today?
I'm not sure. I had a decent lap one, but I was always on a stepper tire that was harder, so it was always a bit hard to tell relatively when I was never in the train because I made a couple of mistakes through sector two, which would always drop me out of that lovely bit of slipstream and DRS. So it was just a lot of mistakes, and my poor qualifying didn't really help a ton.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I
mean,
was just a bit slow.
did you just struggle with qualifying, or was it setup wise, or what hurt you there?
I was doing quite well. I was 4.5 tenths up on my lap with at least another tenth to find in sector three on my last lap, but I made a mistake, went off track, invalidated, and that was that. Was
Yeah, you would
probably
have been with the top two, I think.
I think that was good enough for pole, I think.
That's yeah.
So I mean, it's my mistake. It was unfortunate. It was a run on a used set as well, so
Hmm.
I did silliness in qualifying. I managed to hang with them on the couple of last two laps when we were all on soft, so I'm not sure. I might have been able to hang with them. I'm not sure. They had great pace throughout the race. They were always kind of pushing each other, so
We
um,
noticed you saved a lot of battery during that race. Was that a strategic thing, or did you just feel you didn't need to use it because you had so much more battery than the front too?
yeah, I was kind of in no man's land. I had no reason to use. I'd use like maybe like 5% a lap, just out of the last corner, get a bit of boost down the straight. But
Mm.
I had no need to use. I was kind of just biding my time, hoping that their tires would deg off and then be able to come up to them and actually use some battery to do something good. But to no avail in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did a good job, I think. You were backed into a corner with that strategy, I think, and the VSC slash safety car didn't really help. But I think you did. You made hay while the sun shone on you, and I think P3 is nothing to be scoffed at with the quality of the field.
Yeah. The quality is very high. I don't know. I was just slow today. I feel like I definitely could have been fighting for first. So a bit disappointed in myself. I just felt slow.
Did something
But
stop you going with the same strategy as the top two, or did you
I
just feel?
I didn't really trust the softs. I wanted to use them for the instant when it was a bit less fuel because I was very wary of overheating, especially with the more scrubbing you get of the fronts on controller. I was very wary of overheating the tires.
Mm.
So I wanted to try and save that soft stint for the end of the race. But I still think the gap that they pulled at the start of that soft stint, I think was still too big. Even if I did, like even in like the pit stop cycle where they would have been on the harder step and I would have been on the softs, I still think they would have had me either way. So if anything, the safety car at the end helped me, but I couldn't capitalize on anything. I tried to go for one on G Ninja, but he defended amazingly. So
Yeah, he
Yeah,
really
it
did.
was
Yep.
great racing between the three of you on that last bit of a lap, but there was just no opportunities really. It seemed.
yeah, it was a good one though. They were both absolutely rapid today. So
Can't
huge
grumble
props to
with
them.
P3 though, can you really?
It's not first though, is it?
I know, but don't
He
always
wouldn't
get
be a
what you
racing
want.
driver. He
Yep,
wouldn't be a racing driver. He didn't look for first, I suppose.
yep. But still, yeah, very good race, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Speaking of racing drivers, G Ninja
Yes.
P2.
Hello.
Hello.
This
What-
is
give
becoming a
us-
bit of a
walk us through-
habit, isn't it?
Absolutely,
I can't
absolutely.
win.
Yeah.
I just can't get first.
I think you had it for a while, but I think you just made a couple of mistakes, and Dodo was just right there.
I got held up by the two that didn't pit under the VSC, and then
Yeah, I
he
noticed
took his
that.
chance. So we decided that we were both going to save ERS for the rest of the stint. I was going to launch it. I always just plan. I make a plan and then it doesn't happen because a safety car happens. So it's becoming a regular thing. And so I'm just going to start going all out attack for the whole race. I'm not even going to think anymore.
Yeah,
I noticed you were using a lot of battery, and so was Dodo. Was that kind of all-out attack, G-Ninja, or was it just kind of...
A little bit. It was, yeah, it was not much of it. Not much of the race was all out attack, apart from the very end at the softs. But like for the battery usage, it was mainly just to try and keep him back on the straights. But no, it wasn't. I never really pushed the tires that much at all because I knew the overheating would just kill it immediately. So it was quite it was just a Sunday drive between me and Dodo.
Yeah,
Casual stroll, isn't it?
absolutely. Did you match Dodo on those softs at the start, or was that kind of always your strategy to go softs and then mediums to the end?
I had no idea what anyone else was doing. I was sat on the strategy screen, and ahhing whether to start on softs or mediums, and I went, I'll go softs because there'll probably be an early safety car. And then after that I went, I hope Dodo goes mediums.
Yeah.
So it was just it's Hungary, barriers are closed, there's a high chance of a safety car. Let's pray it's early.
Yeah, and look, it worked out somewhat in your favor. You did have to bring the soft a bit longer than expected, but it did work perfectly into your favor.
Yeah, it was alright. It could have gone better. I should have kept him behind for the mediums, and then we both could have cruised off. And I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm honest.
Did you get a bit of a heart attack when that safety car came out with a few laps to go?
Yeah, 5 laps to go, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or 4 or something.
Yeah, because knowing Joe was going to be on me on softs was a scary thought. Because that's me, Dodo, Joe. Basically, your top 3 fighting for the the 3 that are gonna fight for the championship, essentially.
I believe so.
And we're sat there 1, 2, and 3. I think there is someone in between us at the moment. I don't know who it is.
Simo, I believe, but he's not around this week, so this will bring you, I believe, up past Simo for the 3rd place in the championship. Now, Dodo has quite a margin, but it'll be close for P2 in the championship, I reckon.
That's why it's a bit annoying that Dodo's won that one as well, because now he's extended the lead. Dodo, can you just not turn up next week, please?
So we'll overstep him, I suppose.
We'll get him to respond.
I'll be present and correct next week. Don't you worry.
You could be.
He's like, "Oh, go on."
You can be present, just a commentator. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice try.
You wish. You wish.
I do. I need to close the points.
Oh man.
Speaking of Dodo.
Yes. Well done again, G Ninja. I know you want to win,
great.
but still, P2's.
Yeah. And with the quality you're up against there, I think P2 was definitely more than enough.
Yep.
I think you did have an opportunity for P1, but Dodo just had it regulated, and obviously he made hay while the sun shone when those back markers were in front of you, or those people who hadn't stopped, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just how it works today. But next week I'll have him. We're all good.
On to the next one. Yeah, exactly.
Wishful thinking.
Yep. Just before you go, actually, how do you feel about the next track? We've got Qatar next in Div 1. Are you... Is that just it? Best get practicing, you've got a week, so...
It's going to be mainly practice how much fuel I need to put in the car.
Yep.
I almost ran out this week.
Oh, did
Next
you?
week I'm screwed.
Oof.
I suppose that safety car did save you somewhat with the fuel then.
Yeah, it very much did.
That's the way it falls sometimes. And hopefully we'll see you back next week for challenging Dodo once again.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, I will be.
Well done
Speaking
again,
of
mate.
Dodo,
Yep.
How was that race for you, Dodo?
Well, it was quite something. The shenanigans before didn't help. I was kind of distracted going into qualifying. I was surprised to get into the 14s on my second run, but it was pretty much all I had. And then I only made one mistake in the whole thing, and that was turn 1. Rookie error, just outbrake myself and locked the rears, and that put me behind Ninja and Joe. And from that point on, my whole mindset for the whole race just switched to aggression and 100% push. That's what I did to get past Joe early on, because I knew that if I let Ninja escape on the softs, that I was never going to catch him. I did that on the first lap, and then I was pushing quite hard to try and get that gap, and I was until the safety car. Then we both pitted for mediums, and then I was chipping away every lap, ever so slightly, and then managed to get past when he was held up by the cars in front. And from that point on, I knew his ERS was low because when I passed him, I saw his ERS was low. So I knew he wasn't going to attack for a while. So I decided to save my own ERS too and cover him off. Track position's so important around here. I just decided to make sure I stayed ahead, and that played dividends when the safety car came out again. And then I managed to also get fastest lap on the last lap. So overall,
we caught that. Yep.
Overall, considering my mistake, my rookie error, which I was very, very disappointed about at the time, I think I recovered pretty well, and I'm really happy with the win.
Absolutely, the best of recoveries one could hope for. Now, you were struggling, it looked like, with the rear end during quali. Was that setup-wise, or was it just pushing a bit too hard, or was it just a bit distracted after the shenanigans with the stream?
The first 2 laps in quali felt good. Definitely the second one, it was pretty much all I had, and then I tried on the second lap. The third lap, and I just invalidated, even though I was a 10th up at that point. I was just running a really aggressive setup, to be honest, and it worked. I felt really good all day during my practice. Just somewhat clicked today with this track, and that's why I was able to fight Ninja. I think Ninja is so quick. A lot of the time, sometimes on pure pace, he's quicker than me, so it had to click, and it did. So yeah, I had a bit of bad luck last week in Portimao with the tyres, and I think I've been repaid by the racing gods.
True.
Absolutely, the cars definitely were in your favour today. What did you think when that safety car came out? That was a really, really scary moment for, I'd say, the top 3 there.
The second or the first one?
Well, the second one, definitely.
The one at the end. Yeah.
The one at the end, yeah.
Luckily, because of where the safety car did come out, we didn't catch it, but also I could see that 4th and 5th had already pitted. So I knew that at worst, I'd come out in 3rd place if the 2 behind me didn't pit. And I knew it was worth it. I knew that Ninja would definitely pit because I could see from my own tyre wear that the mediums were shot. And I was pretty sure that Joe was going to get rid of those hards. So it was a pretty easy decision in the end. What was a more difficult decision actually for me was whether to go medium or hard at the first safety car, the VSC. But I made the right decision there. It was a toss of the coin. Last week I got caught out by going a step harder than I should, so I was like, I'm not going to let that happen again. I went for the mediums, and it paid off.
Yeah, you took the question straight out of my mouth there. The medium hard, that first safety car, it was hard to judge whether to go on the mediums or the hards. I think you went on the hards and they seemed to make it work. And you definitely made it work on the mediums. Now I'm not sure how great they would have been near the end, but obviously it was just you and G Ninja on those mediums at the end, so it would have been kind of the same, pretty much.
Yeah, they weren't too bad. I was still hitting pretty consistent lap times on them. I think come lap 22, 23, they'd have been extremely second hand. But I think we'd built up enough of a gap to Joe to cover it off at that point.
Yep, absolutely. I think it was well regulated by you. I have to say, well deserved P1 there.
Thank you very much.
Just with that safety car at the end, were you mindful? Did you slow down your front group to allow the others to catch up, or we thought you had on stream? Because obviously,
I always like to slow down quite a bit. It's just the way I restart safety cars. And then I didn't want to go too early because I knew the slipstream is really powerful. So I went as late as I thought I could. And I did catch a couple of them napping, so I wasn't under threat into turn 1, which is the aim.
Yeah,
so I was happy with that.
It allowed that middle group to catch up as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
And obviously, making it a habit of winning at this point. You have a nice gap out front. So going into the latter part of the season, I think you'll be you can play it a bit more easy if you like, because you have that gap to the rest of the field.
It's easy to sit here and say that now in an interview, but when you're racing, you want to win. And I'm trying not to think about the title right now. I want to take it race by race. A couple of tracks in this latter half of the season that usually suit me as a driver, so I'm quite confident that I can make the most of those tracks, and hopefully, if every race goes to plan, I can win the title. But that's something I'm trying to push to the back of my mind for now. Just focus on my own performances week in, week out.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you heard it here now, folks. He's not taking the foot off the gas. He's looking for more wins.
Hell yeah. Always.
Yeah, you love a win. Yeah, I'm just having a look on standings now. So yeah, I mean, obviously we need to see what happens in stewarding tomorrow, whether there is anything. But 177 points, that will put you on now. Joe on 123, G Ninja 112. So quite a gap you're building up there. So,
Yeah, but it'll be what, 55 to Joe. It's only 2 race wins at the end of the day. I get 1 DNF and it changes, so that's definitely not comfortable by any stretch. And I'll still need a couple of wins in the last 8 races if I do want to win this title. So
how do you feel with Qatar? Are you confident about Qatar up next, or is it not one of your?
I love Qatar.
Oh, do you?
I think it's so
Gin
fun.
Ninja's crying now, hearing that. Yeah.
Just from a fun standpoint, it's such a nice track to drive, and I think I'm quite fast around it. So hopefully, I can be right up the front again next week.
Cool.
Well, there you go. Absolutely. And it's all going to be on the line when we go back to Qatar next week for the Division 1.
Yep. We should give I forgot to mention this earlier, but going back to Division 2, quick congratulations to Quad End for getting in the points.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
Kaz
brilliant.
for winning.
And Kaz for winning.
Absolutely deserved winning.
Yep.
Deserved a win.
Yep. But yeah, well done again, Scott. Superb race. We'll
Thank
do it
you
all
guys,
again
and
next week.
thanks for the great commentary as usual.
Yep.
Thank
Likewise, we in for next in Div 2. Cheers,
right.
mate.
No worries,
Cool.
thank you.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll move up then, Lance. Cheers, both.
Absolutely.
There we go. Cool.
Well,
Right.
that was a close race.
Yeah,
It seemed
blimey.
to be dying down those last few laps, but once the safety car came out, it did heat back up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I'm happy with that. Now Hungary does breed good racing.
Yeah, I love Hungary. Superb track. Always
Absolutely.
a good race. Particularly, yeah. I mean, we had a very good race last season in FQ at Hungary, and the Div 2 race was very enjoyable. And yeah, this one's been superb as well. But yeah, honourable mention to Freet Sauce, by the way, getting P4. Very, very
well
impressive.
deserved, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good drive from him.
He's already he's 8th in the standings now. Considering he's only I think he said this was his 3rd race. So
Absolutely, one of our newer drivers. He's
Yep.
he's definitely making his way up through the standings.
Yep.
3 races now. Yeah.
Yep, indeed. And obviously, Simo was missed today. He's set on 105 points, so 72 points behind Dodo, but a lot can still change as we've got, let's have a look, how many races left? We've got 6 races?
Yeah.
7,
6 races.
6, yeah.
6, yes.
Yeah, so, up next, as we mentioned, Qatar, then we've got Brazil, Mexico, Austria, Barcelona, and Miami for the remainder of the Division 1 season.
And I wouldn't rule out Timo because he was our last season's drivers' champion, obviously. So I think he's more than capable of winning a few races and getting back in the heat there.
Yep, indeed. But all right, I think we'll call it there now because I'm absolutely starving. Haven't had dinner and it's 10:10 now.
And neither have I actually.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But I think it's Suzuka next week for our Division 2 drivers. It'll be 6:30
Yep.
on this channel once again, and 8:30 for Division 1. And
Yep.
that'll be at Qatar. So
Yeah.
can't wait to see you then.
Yeah, Suzuka. Love a bit of Suzuka. I'm very comfortable with that track. How about you? Is it one of your favourites or?
It's not one of my favourites. I don't really like high-speed tracks, but it'll be an interesting one. I know Kaz will love it because it's a de facto home race for him, or
Kaz the Weeb.
almost, you know.
Yep.
But look,
God love
it'll
you.
be
Yep.
exciting, be interesting.
Yep, and yeah, as Skip said in the chat, happy Easter to everyone. We'll have to see what the availability is like. Obviously, we've got Easter next weekend, so
Right around the corner, exactly. So we might have a few people out. I know I'm hopping on a flight about 2 hours after the Division 2 race, so
oh yeah,
um,
oh man, yeah, cutting it fine then.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. So many people in the chat today.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Absolutely.
And we
Great
wish
support
AJ
for
well.
the Division 1 drivers.
Yep, we wish AJ well. But yeah, thanks
Absolutely,
for
we've been
standing in
missing
for
AJ.
him, mate. Much
Not a bother.
appreciate
Not a bother.
having you on
I
co-coms.
pale in comparison to him, I know that, but
Oh, as do I,
look.
yeah.
all
one, the
hail the
only.
mighty AJ.
Yeah, the one, the only AJ. Yep, we have a
Exactly.
shrine. We have a shrine somewhere in our Discord. But yeah, cheers in the chat, guys. We'll call it there. I'm going
Thank
to
you for
devour
watching,
some
everybody.
food. Yep, we'll see you all. Well, if the availability is low next weekend, we may have to push it back till after Easter weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
Yeah.
We'll look into it.
But
No
if we-
promises, but we'll look into it.
Yeah, if we don't see you next weekend, have a great Easter, and we'll see you the week after that. But yeah,
And
thanks
hope you
again.
find eggs.
Yep. All right. Cheers again, mate.
Good
Catch
luck,
you
all.
later, chat. Bye.
Are we muted? You'd hope so. Yeah. One second. I think we're muted. I'm just checking. Yeah, we're muted now. Oh, that was. Yeah.